This morning on DC News Now, a young girl shot in Prince George's County. Why police are calling this incident unsettling. Another frigid start before we jump to 40 this afternoon as clouds give way to sunshine. Meteorologist Jackie Layer tells us when we reach into the 50s. Federal workers reeling from mass layoffs.
I feel like people just think that we're just a number to some people, but these are real people with real lives.
Picking up the pieces after being fired. And district officials face off with the president.
We are a well-run city.
Reaction to Trump's threatened takeover of D.C. And celebrating Black History Month in the DMV, taking a look at the legacy of Black Broadway.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. Happy Friday. Thank you for waking up with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tosin Fakile.
And good morning. I'm Shanika Grimshaw. I will have a look at the roads in just a bit, but first we want to talk about the weather. We have a lot going on this morning, by the way. It's going to be a cold one. When you're stepping out this morning, make sure you bundle up, wear your parka. A jacket is not good enough.
The parka, yes. Yeah, the full length jacket.
All the way down to the ankles.
Right.
The Shanika.
Yeah, exactly,
Right.
the Shanika, yes. Every time when it's this cold, yeah, she's wearing that parka. And I mean, we're also talking about the wind too, and that's making it feel even colder. So let's talk about those wind speeds right now. Seeing those right now between 10 to 20 miles per hour in terms of sustained winds. Then for those wind gusts, those are at least getting a little bit better. We're seeing those gusts now about 20 miles per hour. For DC, elsewhere though, we're seeing those varying between, say, 20 to 30 miles per hour. That's enough to make it feel colder than these actual air temperatures. Those are starting off into the 20s across the region, but wind chills, those are into the teens, and some of us into the single digits. We're seeing now the single digits back over towards Kaiser, 16. So it feels like as we're stepping out in DC. So later on today, still be breezy, just not quite as blustery as we're seeing out there right now. We'll see that sunshine too emerging later on this morning, and then more of that sunshine out there tomorrow, slightly warmer into those low to mid 40s, and then right around 50, which is much more seasonable for this time of the year for Sunday. Then we crank up the temperatures for the start of that next work week. More details on that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Jackie. Let's head out to Northern Virginia here. We're looking at 395 heading northbound. That's right near 236. You're doing fine. No worries. Now, right in Woodbridge, that's 95 heading southbound. Right near Prince William Parkway, we had a crash there. That crash should be gone, or at least moved all the way to the shoulder out of your way. Now, you just saw the inner and outer loop right near Ritchie Marlboro Road. Not a bad commute. In Rockville, that's out of Montgomery County. We have a crash off of Nicholson and Rockville Pike. Expect some delays in that area, but 270 really close to Rockville Pike, looking good. 495 throughout Montgomery County, and 295. That's BW Parkway heading north and south right near Landover Road, and you're seeing the movement there. No worries. All right, it is 6:02 developing now in Prince George's County. Police are investigating the shooting of a girl inside of a home in Chilham.
Yeah, it's really disturbing. Officers say the shooting happened on Chilham Gate Road at about 6 last night. Police say the girl was conscious and breathing, and her injuries are not life-threatening. They haven't said how old she is, but investigators are calling this incident unsettling.
It's a very unfortunate, situation, and it's not just, a thing about age. I mean, we never want to see anyone deal with, a situation where, they are, shot.
If you have any information, you're urged to call police.
And we have an update this morning out of Prince George's County, a warning, some disturbing details. Now, a woman has been sentenced to life without parole for killing and dismembering her mother. A jury found Candace Craig guilty of first-degree murder back in November. Now, investigators say in 2023, Craig, along with her adult daughter, killed Margaret Craig during an argument over fraudulent credit card charges. They say the two used a chainsaw to dismember the 71-year-old and disposed of her body in an outdoor grill. Craig's adult daughter testified against her, and she has since been released from jail.
6:04 in the district, an update on a deadly row home fire from August 2019. A jury found James Walker guilty on 2 counts of second-degree murder. The 67-year-old was the owner of the building in Northwest where he ran an illegal rooming house. The fire killed a 40-year-old man and a 10-year-old boy. Both could not escape from the basement during that fire. Investigators say Walker received warnings the building violated several housing codes, but he never fixed the issues. Walker will be sentenced in May. Your time at 6:04. Here's a live look at the White House this morning as President Donald Trump has been in office now for a month. In that month, the president doing many of the things he promised he would do, including shrinking the government workforce. Now, a federal judge refusing to temporarily block the Trump administration's mass layoff of federal workers. Yesterday's ruling comes as a lawsuit brought by 5 unions is moving forward. The judge says the unions must bring their claims under federal employment law rather than in district court. And now we're hearing from some of those federal workers impacted right here in the DMV.
Yeah, DC News Now's Yamarie Sase. She's live outside of the Department of Health and Human Services. Yamarie, this has got to be really frustrating. And I know you spoke with one federal worker. How's she coping?
Yeah, frustrating is the right way to describe how 24-year-old Victoria Chege is feeling. Now, she was only in her position for less than 2 months. She actually joined the federal workforce because of the stability, but now, unfortunately, that is gone. Now, she's one of thousands of federal workers that lost their job during their probationary period, which for some could last nearly 2 years. In the email she received over the weekend, many people say that they were being terminated due to performance, and this comes as the Trump administration tries to reduce the size and cost of government. Now, according to the Associated Press, unions representing federal workers filed a lawsuit on Wednesday to block the mass firings, claiming the administration is exploiting and misusing the probationary period to eliminate staff. Now, Chege is not part of that lawsuit, but she actually went on TikTok just describing how she felt after she lost her job. She tells me that she understands why the administration is downsizing, but she doesn't agree with how fast it was done and also how it was handled.
The whole process of it has just been really chaotic and really inhumane, honestly. I feel like people just think that we're just a number to some people. We're just a number of the federal workforce, but these are real people with real lives that are being impacted, real pockets being impacted, and some people don't really know where their next check is going to come from.
Now, Chege says she's still processing the news. She's already began applying for other jobs. Now, I did ask her if the opportunity was presented, would she join the federal workforce again? She says that she's not sure just yet. We're now reporting in Southwest D.C. I'm Yamarie Sase, DC News Now.
Yamarie, we're really just wishing Chege the best and all the rest of the workers affected. Thank you. And the Labor Department says there was a slight increase in people filing for unemployment benefits last week, but analysts say they're expecting mass federal worker layoffs to show up in the coming weeks. They say despite the subtle increase recently, the labor market remains healthy with plenty of jobs that need to be filled. Mayor Muriel Bowser is expected to provide an update on the latest unemployment numbers in the district, and that is later this morning.
Meantime, thousands of IRS workers also set to lose their jobs. As many as 7,000 probationary workers are expected to be laid off. Some Republicans say Democrats have used the IRS to weaponize the federal government, saying under the Biden administration, the agency targeted wealthy Americans who failed to pay their taxes. Democrats say the increased enforcement was needed to recover over $1 billion in unpaid taxes, calling this workforce cut retaliatory.
Donald Trump and Republicans have eviscerated so many of our institutions in order to cater to the whims of billionaires.
We've never seen a more weaponized federal government.
Federal officials argue the cuts could slow down the much-needed modernization of the IRS. Now, additionally, tax experts say cuts to the IRS could be a disaster for the federal government for their ability to collect revenue. Those probationary workers were largely hired to enforce tax code, making sure people follow the law and pay delinquent debts, especially wealthy tax dodgers. A Treasury Department union says the cuts could also hurt customer service and tax return processing during tax season.
And we're helping you stretch your dollar this morning for tax season. It's expensive for an accountant to help you file your taxes. Some start at $200, but there's help that won't be as costly and will ensure you'll get your full refund. DC News Now's Haley Milon with more on some free tax preparation services.
Yeah, filling out your tax forms can be confusing and it can get pricey very quickly. But for some in Northern Virginia, there's a free service that makes things very simple.
I think it's awful, honestly.
The April 15th tax filing deadline is looming over everyone.
I think stress and timelines and just trying to keep track of everything, it's a stressful season.
Going through a professional tax preparer simplifies the process, but it's costly. Help filling out a simple tax return will run you at least a couple $100. Fairfax County is offering free help for people making less than $67,000 a year.
We have volunteers that will help them prepare their taxes at no cost to the participants.
IRS authorized volunteers are on hand to help fill out returns at no charge. The service is available at 5 sites in the county, like this one here in Reston. It's a walk-in service, no registration required. Trane Montgomery of the county's Department of Family Services says the hours of volunteer labor yield big benefits for the community.
Last year, we brought back to the community like $2.8 million in tax returns. For the economy, this side is huge.
Just head to one of the 5 locations and bring a photo ID, income statements like W-2s and 1099s, social security cards, and expense documents for things like education and mortgage interest payments. Even if you're not under that income requirement, there's other help available, including free tax services for active duty military members, veterans, and their families. The AARP Foundation is also helping with tax law questions.
And to get the most money back possible, know what subsidies and tax credits you're eligible for, like the Earned Income Tax Credit. I've got all of this information over on DCNewsNow.com. Keyword search, stretch your dollar. In the newsroom, Haley Milon, back to you.
Good tips there.
Yeah, definitely helpful for sure.
And then it's just reminding me, I got to do mine.
Yep, because I definitely forget until about April 14th.
Oh, yeah, I know. Last minute. All right, 6:11. Your time at 6:11, keeping extra eyes on Montgomery County homes and businesses urged to add security cameras.
Yeah, why it may not cost them a penny to stay safe. And a regional rivalry, a look at the boxing match pitting DC versus Baltimore.
And let's take a live look outside. That beautiful sunrise, and that is overlooking the nation's capital. How beautiful, Jackie.
It does look nice, doesn't it? But we still have a bit of a breeze, and that's making it feel a little bit colder. So brace for that before you step out on this Friday morning. So it'll be breezy later on today with high temperatures around 40. But then we have a weekend warm up. Well, latest details start after the break.